relationships. Hello, my name is Nobody. I'm going to be casting these arena games here. We do have non-mirror civs. Get us hyped for Masters Arena 4. Score right now is 3-1. Jon Snow showing us his arena experience here. Over on this top side, we have TaToH playing as the Huns, and Jon Snow playing as the Mongols. And normally, if you know my personality, probably say, "Oh, Huns Mongols." I've seen that matchup a million times. It's probably one of the more common 1v1 matches. But no, we're playing on Arena, and on Arena, these civs completely different play style than on Arabia. So not something you've seen very often. That's having a little bit of a poor start here. So Huns, what do Huns look like on Arena? Good economy for the Huns, of course. Not having to build houses. Could go into cavalry archers, although it's not as common on Arena. Because you don't get that mobility of cavalry archers that is really so devastating on most open or Arabia type maps. I won't see the Tarkan, of course. More likely to go into the night line with the Huns. And they do get Halb. Hussar raid's probably going to be pretty impossible on an arena map. And notably, the Huns not the best monks. Don't get redemption or block printing here, or theocracy, which could be quite important. Very important, actually. Better accuracy on the trebs. That's nice. Good siege rams. Something I've never noticed, actually. Wait. Huns don't get. Man, I'm such a noob. Dude. Really, this whole time I've played Age of Empires for this many years, and Huns don't get the last infantry armor upgrade. Wow, I'm such a noob. Okay, Mongols. What do the Mongols look like? Faster uptime. They'll have that advantage over the Huns. Like cavalry Hussar, more hit points. Not going to really matter that much. Very strong Manganel. I think that's going to be the X factor here against the Huns. The Manganel are just going to be so strong. Perhaps not against Paladin, but definitely going to out-trump the Huns cavalry archers. Good scout line. Could go into camels if they want. Very poor monk line. Looks like even worse than the Huns. Not even getting sanctity. And a very good siege line for them. So civ advantage, I'm not sure. I think civ advantage for the Mongols because I see late game maybe the Mongols going into some camels, but I'm not exactly sure how it's going to play out. Take a look at the maps. Jon Snow, forward gold, forward stone. Second forward gold, second forward stone. Big deal for the Mongols. The Mongols are going to be taking stone some point in this game. And this gold's kind of vulnerable. It's pretty close to the walls. And if TaToH does want to set up shop right here, could be under some serious pressure here. TaToH, no space to boom in the back, very little. And no gold or no stone in the back. So he's going to have to hold on to these resources for his life, especially his stone. Going to need his stone 100% here. TaToH forward gold as well. Forward stone. Deleting his walls here. A back gold and a back stone, and it's very odd-shaped arena map. Hardly any room to boom in the back here. So just like the first game, maybe we'll see some aggressive strategies here. Neither civ getting redemption on their monks though. Relic distribution, too close to Jon Snow, one close to TaToH, one in the middle, and one inside Jon Snow's map. Relic advantage to Jon Snow. And Jon Snow's going to be scouting out here with his Mongol scout. You see the difference here in the line of sight. Pretty stark difference, actually. So let's see what kind of builds they go for. I would expect due to the no redemption, to see more defensive builds here. Going up to 3 town centers. Problem again for Jon Snow, he's going to have to maintain control of the stone, so maybe TaToH tries to do something with that. Although I think the stone is barely outside of the scout's line of sight, if the scout goes right through here. So TaToH might not know that the stone is forward. 3 deer in the forward position from TaToH. Could lure those in, and 3 deer over here. Jon Snow definitely should lure those in with Mongols. And unfortunately, TaToH has to do loom here. I guess he was a little late with the boar, maybe. Don't want to have to do loom on arena. Basically puts you a villager behind in the early game. And when all you have to focus on is basically being efficient with your Dark Age. Efficient with your Dark Age is pretty damn important. Good board timing here. I'm speeding up the game here. Might have had to do loom for that boar, but I'm not exactly sure. And so far I don't see either... Okay, here we go. Jon Snow's gonna lure in his deer. And it'll give him such a boost in, such a boost to his, uptime and, early castle economy. TaToH putting his lumber cams right in the nooks here. I love to see that. Kind of a running gag when I cast. And Jon Snow's gonna put 2 on gold here. So I guess we won't see the 4 town centers. Like we saw in the previous game with the Franks. Fuel Age from Jon Snow. Already has a, nope, wrong player. Fuel Age from Jon Snow. Gonna have a ton of food in the bank here with the Mongols. Gonna lure in this last deer. And TaToH choosing not to lure in this deer. What has he been doing with the scout this whole time? I've seen it been running around here, but why? What is it doing? It's just going back and forth. And barracks coming up from TaToH. This is pretty notable. So TaToH, I expect he's going to go into scouts, trying to get some early map control. Maybe go forward with a siege workshop here. I want to see what he's seen at this point. Hasn't seen anything. So he's going to go in with this blind. What is he doing with the scout? I have no idea. It's just wasting time with it. Market Blacksmith from Jon Snow. I think it looks to be a boom build. He's adding more to gold, so maybe he'll go for a single monastery. Or who knows, maybe we'll see a Mongol monk rush. Blacksmith archery range, so it looks like cavalry archers will be the unit of choice here. And second archery range, significant investment from TaToH. And TaToH's gonna take his back gold over here. Monastery Siege Workshop from Jon Snow. And no second town center from him. He's going to get aggressive here as well. TaToH, lucky though. He's going to see the Siege Workshop here. And may even see the Monastery. Has to assume that's coming up. And he's going to go up with a Monastery of his own. And just focus on keeping production up on these two archery ranges. Or you're just gonna move out. Gonna try to pick off the scout. Almost gonna get it. Very good micro. And is able to get the scout. Very good pick. Gonna reduce the visibility from Jon Snow. Jon Snow's gonna take his first relic, which is already inside his walls. And he's gonna go for a second town center. So not 100% committing to this, but probably had the extra resources anyway, so. Monk's gonna move out. I think monks should be pretty decent against the cavalry archers. Maybe. We'll have to see. Again, this is not a Civ matchup I'm used to seeing that often. And it's gonna run right into the Manganel here, doing a lot of damage here. This scout, though, could be invaluable for TaToH, though. Picking off a monk. The thing is, as soon as the cavalry archers try to shoot at the monk, they're going to be vulnerable to the Manganels here. And see some dancing from TaToH. And not able to get this monk. This monk's going to get healed up. And TaToH's going to get out of there. Jon Snow house, not something you have to worry about as Huns. TaToH's not going to have to worry about. TaToH's going to get his first relic, and Jon Snow's going to get a second. And he's going to look to get his third as well. So finally, second town center coming up from Jon Snow. And TaToH's going to invest into a third archery range here. You see, he has nothing, doesn't want anything to do with a second town center at this point. So we're going to see monks and Manganels versus cavalry archers. So far, pretty even. Neither player getting a kill or a conversion here. And one of the things I don't like in like a Arabia Huns war, sometimes going Manganels against cavalry archers when they get bloodlines, they get kind of beefy. But here they're clearly not going to have bloodlines. So very, very vulnerable to Manganels. TaToH has his own Manganel out. And a barracks! Very surprising if we see a barracks go up. And, oh come on! The cavalry archers just didn't shoot! Come on, stand ground attack. Oh, there's no loom on this guy. He's going to go down so easy. Manganel dancing. Manganel dancing. Cavalry archers going to get under there. Going to shoot the monk first. And first Manganel trade goes to TaToH here. Again, no redemption possible. And, oh my god, Jon Snow could lose these monks over here. Manganels are in the wrong position here. And Jon Snow's gonna lose big here. Missing every arrow there. Kind of funny. And did the scout go down? The scout could be very valuable here. 2 Manganels left from Jon Snow. Could do some serious damage on these guys. And TaToH's just gonna run away here. No, he's gonna take a shot to the face. Gonna take a second shot to the face. First first cavalry archer's down. 5 villagers ahead from Jon Snow. He did have that second town center out. University and market. What? University for ballistics. Market to help balance the economy. And second town center coming up from TaToH. TaToH's gonna be significantly behind here. Bloodlines, huge upgrade though. Help them resist the Manganel shots here. And a knight, that's going to be so huge too. Probably the first reason why you built the stable, not for the bloodlines. But has to be careful, could get converted by the enemy monk here. Should delete it now, I think. Yeah, it's going to delete it. It's going to be a waste of, just a huge waste there. And a few spearmen coming out from Jon Snow. Gonna build a second barracks, actually. So he's gonna go with a full spearman. Oh, he's gonna lose the first Manganel here. Not gonna be paying attention. The cavalry archer is basically under the Manganel now. Second Manganel going down. Manganel killing the monk. And TaToH needs to focus down this Manganel. Gonna get another Manganel. I think TaToH winning this trade here, although not as much as he could have won it by. So slight lead from TaToH. Let's look at the KD. Where's the KD here? TaToH heavily ahead in the KD, 17-13. And the units that Jon Snow's been losing, I think, has been much more expensive. Monks and Manganels. Cavalry archer's pretty cheap for the Huns. On the other hand, Jon Snow clearly ahead in economy, 10 villagers ahead. And I'm not sure if pikeman's the right decision here. I would maybe like to see camels, but camels not so good against monks. Monk takes it to the face. And these two spearmen gonna be scary enough to push back these cavalry archers. Monk's gonna try to get away. He's gonna try to walk as slowly as possible. Will he get away? And it looks like he's gotten away. Pikeman now done. These guys will do a lot of damage to cavalry archers if they get under them, but no armor on them. And ballistics now coming in. Cavalry archers getting a lot more scary. Gonna take the Manganel here. Good for Jon Snow. Cavalry archers getting a lot more scary as they're getting upgraded. Just missing Thumb Ring is gonna be the big one. Look, 3 town centers from Jon Snow. 3 town centers from TaToH. Villager difference 10 ahead from Jon Snow. Jon Snow's got the better economy here. So gonna be up to the micro here. Why are monks only good on arena? They're good in a lot of maps. They're gonna go right under the rainbow of the Manganel here. Gonna take one in the face here, but they do have bloodlines now. Bloodlines make such a big difference here. They can now tank a Manganel shot. 2 of them going down here. Pikeman getting right on top there. And I think this army composition from TaToH is going to be a lot stronger here. Not enough pikemen from Jon Snow. No armor upgrades on them. Not like these pikemen are anything special. And just getting out, this army so much stronger. Still 10 villagers ahead from TaToH. TaToH, I think, has, it's got 3 relics here. 3 versus 2 relics from TaToH. Sneaky Manganel coming out. Only getting it 1 shot off, though, and that's not worth it. Remember, these cavalry archers are pretty cheap. And double Manganel production here. You're gonna see a big battle coming up pretty soon. And if, and just trading here. TeRRoR's gonna take down this first, Siege Warship. Could potentially clean up all of this from Jon Snow. I think Jon Snow is gonna look to get out a castle here. Castle would be very beneficial from him. And he needs a castle right here to secure these golds, and I would put that up pretty soon here, because he could start losing all of his army here. Castle right up here right now. Piping are going to momentarily push back these cavalry archers. No thumb ring on these guys yet. And the pikemen being surprisingly effective against the cavalry archers. You can see how badly cavalry archers need thumb ring here, missing about half their shots. And luckily the rams get cleaned up here. 4 Manganels, don't want to run into those with cavalry archers. Going back to the question why monks are not only good on arena. Monks are a very versatile unit, even on Arabia. You know, with Redemption they can convert siege, can convert knights, convert camels, can heal, can take relics. They have the most functions per unit in this game, even on maps like Arena. So just because you don't see a full monk strategy doesn't mean they're not uncommon. They certainly are common. And we're gonna see a big push here, looks like. Losing 2 Manganels versus 1. Oh, he's even gonna lose a 3rd Manganel here. Very poor micro from Jon Snow. And TaToH's got some balls here if he's gonna try to pull off these 3 Manganels. He's gonna go back here. Bad loss from Jon Snow. But looks like he still has the momentum here. TaToH with a score lead here. I'm not sure how much that means. He's got a few extra villagers now. He definitely came back. I think Jon Snow not making enough villagers here. And Jon Snow has a castle. He could place a castle. He's gonna... No, he's not gonna place it here. He's gonna go up with a second siege workshop. But going back to your question, monks are really good on arena. Because, A, the slowness of the monks doesn't really make a big difference here. because they don't have to walk that far. They just have to walk over here. There's no raiding that you have to defend against. Castle coming up from Jon Snow. And they could just push right in. They don't have to maneuver or anything like that. Also, the game starts in Castle Age, and monks are generally very good in a Castle Age start. So those are some of the reasons to see them on Arena so much. 2 Manganels going down to 1 Manganel. Jon Snow again losing Manganels here. And this castle's not going to go up. It's going to be a turning point in this game. 3 Manganels in the back over here. Could they get some big shots over here? And you're gonna get a few extra shots on these, It's so... Both players know how important this castle is right now. And Pikeman's still only with +1 armor. No Squires either. Squire is such an important upgrade for these guys. Arguably even more important than +2. Castle on 60%, 4 monks backing this up. And I don't think it's enough cavalry archers here. It's not the first time I've seen Jon Snow get out-microed on the Manganels. We have some games on Boobly Official and on my YouTube channel. It's huge Manganel wars. I think he was playing against... I can't remember. Maybe it was the Viper. Oh, definitely formidable. And Imperial Age from TaToH, so this castle's not going to do a whole lot here. Jon Snow, he's not that far away from Imperial Age. Doesn't have that many farms, actually, though. So it could be a risk of losing this castle. One of the things that's always risky is going with a offensive castle when you're a civ that basically needs your unique unit. And this could be a big pickup from TaToH. It's just barely outside of the line of sight. He's definitely going to see it here, though. Manganel is coming over. 2 Manganels. Have 3 Manganels in the area. And he's going to get a big shot on these guys. Going to take down 3 at one time. Going to get a second shot off. Second shot off kills 2 more and could lose even some more here. These guys still remaining, and gets away with 2 remaining. So many Manganels. Basically, Manganel only army here. Better Manganel micro from TaToH this game. And oh my god, how many Manganels is he going to get? 3 for 1. This is the 3rd or 4th 3 for 1 Manganel trade. And this castle is going to do a lot for TaToH. He's going to be able to get out of Treb here and start trebbing down the castle of Jon Snow. Still a fair bit of gold on this gold mine over here. Castle only going up with 3 vills. Slowest castle to build in the world. And if TaToH wanted, he could just bum rush this castle with 3 of his own vills. There'd be nothing to stop it, but the psychological factor's too much. He's gonna move back. And a few Tarkans would be great against the siege here. Imperial Age from Jon Snow. I don't think he's going to be able to hold this castle. But he does have this castle on this left side here, and he's going to start Mangadite production. And what units could Jon Snow go for? He can go for Onager. If he can afford it, he can go for Elite Mangadai. Off of basically 1, maybe 2 castles if he gets enough stone over here. He's not really mining the stone very heavily. You could see Elite Mangadai from 1 castle. Could see Rams. Could see Onager. And so far this game, I think Jon Snow, he's been terribly ineffective with the Manganel trades against other Manganels, but he's been pretty good against the cavalry archers here. And in not too long, TaToH's going to be hurting for gold here. This is the only gold mine he's mining at this point. Castle goes down from Jon Snow, no point in repairing it. Gonna see a ton of Rorschachs here. This is so vulnerable right now to, if TaToH wants to switch into cavalry. But lucky from him, no cavalry to be seen at this point. And here's Onager. Such a risk to go for Onager. Excuse me. But this is what you gotta do on Arena. You don't always know what your opponent's doing, and you gotta make educated guesses here. Sometimes you get them right, sometimes you lose them. But you win or lose games based on these guesses here. And in this case, Onager looks like it's going to be the right guess. Thanks to Mem for hosting the stream with 34 viewers. Means a lot to us. Few Caprium's gonna come out here. Gonna have Onager done. It's gonna be so devastated against this this only cavalry archer build from TaToH. Unfortunately, he didn't diversify his army enough. Didn't see it was online. Why not? Huh. So just Onagers. Few Rams could push in here, and finally we're seeing TaToH switch into some sort of cavalry base. Don't see any stables though. And I wonder if Jon Snow's gonna push in just with a few Captor Rams. Well, I'm glad you noticed, Mem. And I'm really glad to have you host this stream. So we can continue these great games here. TaToH's gonna wildly try to get these relics here. Drill Siege Ram. You're gonna see the Ferraris come out. And basically a siege-only build from Jon Snow. And this is going to be so entertaining just to see these Ferraris just roll over the base of TaToH. Here it comes, Drill, Siege Ram, Hussar, Chain Barding, the appropriate counter coming out now. But where are the stables? The stables are in the back over here. Only maybe 3 or 4 Hussar in these stables at this point. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Here comes the Ferraris! Cavalry Archer's going to try to shield the castle here. Onager is going to come in the back here. And they're going to get right into this castle. Few Hussars coming out. 4 Hussars now. What's going to happen here? Castle will go down for sure. We need to see something to back the siege up. Hey, night, Mem. See you soon. And he's going to lose a castle, a town center here. And TaToH, now he's out of gold completely. He's going to have to win the rest of this game on Hussar. He's going to have to take control of this gold. There's a castle here, though. Gonna have to take control of this gold, maybe. But TaToH basically stuck on Hussar at this point. If he wants to make any cavalry archers... Look at this! Siege Ram is gonna chase down this trebuchet here. And they're gonna continue into the base here. And maybe Jon Snow can win this game with only siege. Second castle up coming from Jon Snow. And we'll use the Manganel to try to thwart off these Hussars here. Husbandry Forging. Oh my god, get a huge Manganel shot on these. Go. Hussar gonna get right on his honors. He's gonna lose a lot of honors here. Jon Snow can afford it though. He's got gold. He's got all the gold in the world right now. And these town centers, no gold on them. Castle coming up just in the same spot that Jon Snow lost it in. Score lead actually for TaToH at this point, kind of surprising. TaToH 20 more vills here. 15 more vills. But again, notably, no gold for him. Stuck on Hussar. Imagine if Jon Snow switched right now into a camel at this point. And finally, the stable's coming out. Here's, I expect to see camel coming up pretty shortly here. How many gold does Jon Snow mine? He's got 2 gold mines over here. And might even this third gold mine has access to this fourth one over here. He's set for gold at the moment. All he needs to do is hold his position for the rest of the game. And he should pull out the victory here. TaToH, he's on a clock right now. The market not going to get him so much gold. And he needs to start taking down this castle right now. Camel's finally coming up. They're going to take a while to upgrade. Bloodline's coming in. No armor, no attack. Heavy camel, such a slow research. I would start on that right away. And these honors are going to go down instantaneously here. And TaToH, it looks like he might be able to pull a comeback here. No gold, doesn't matter for him. Just simply got more units. Jon Snow is even going to take this gold over here. And first Treb deploying on this castle. Take a while to take down a castle with one Treb, though. And what is Jon Snow doing with his resources? Finally up to 120 vills. Should have a strong economy here. Needs to start pumping in camels, though. Chemistry coming down. And we just don't see the army from Jon Snow. Doesn't look like he's making army from anywhere, really. Just making Manganel here, making a few scouts, and just making more onagers here. But how's he going to deal with the hussars? Perhaps only siege build from Jon Snow wasn't the correct answer here. Castle is going down now. And Jon Snow's going to be left with a single castle now on this left side. Heavy camel done. I didn't see that come up over here. Big upgrade. No armor on these guys, though. Cavalry Archer's going to shred right through them. Mongol's not even getting the last armor upgrade as well. But again, not a huge deal considering TaToH's not going to be able to make that many more cavalry archers. TaToH desperately wants to get this gold here. And somehow I missed it. This Treb did go down. Not sure to what. Perhaps to some Manganel or some camels here. The castle does stay up. Gonna have to see another trebuchet. 200 gold, pretty expensive at this point. I keep saying the word gold. Take a shot every time you hear nobody saying gold. And big Manganel shot here. Not gonna see another though. And here's the next Treb, just gonna deploy right there. Thank you for the follow. And Light Cat finally being upgraded from Jon Snow. It's amazing, on 130 vills, spending all your resources down, it looks like you still have no army. So much more army from TaToH at this point. Much cheaper army than this heavy siege build. And still no upgrades on these camels. I'm going to go over TaToH's point of view. Check the market price out. 42, and the wood is sold out completely. Food is at a pretty bad price here. And you can see how fast these camels are going down here. You need to get the armor on these guys. They're basically worthless without the armor. Siege rams could get on top of the trebuchets here. One ram does get in there. It's going to go down though. And great shielding by TaToH. All the rams going to go down. Looks like this castle will go down. Jon Snow notably can't afford the Elite Manganel upgrade. He does have 2 extra castles though. One in the back over here. And it looks like TaToH's going to prepare a push from here. If he can afford the Halb upgrade, that'll be basically the killing blow here. And TaToH should have access to the stone, which he can sell if he needs to. And TaToH's done a pretty good job here of conserving his cavalry archers, the most important unit in this composition. Meanwhile, Jon Snow's going to keep working on this gold over here. He needs to get some sort of massive army out, though. He needs to build military buildings in the back. No wood right now. Neither of these civs known for their particularly good late-game economy. And just right now, TaToH with all the momentum, even with more expensive units, it goes to show that, A, you need a good combination. A siege-only combination is not going to work that well unless you're Celts, I suppose. And B, numbers matter. And C, you need upgrades on units as well. Finally, Elite Manganel coming up from Jon Snow. Extremely strong unit. Even in small numbers here. But Jon Snow needs to preserve these as much as possible here. It needs to, importantly, preserve his castles. If he can get more Elite Manganel here, get basically a Mongol death ball going, that can help turn the tides of this battle here. So TeRRoR's going to go forward. They're going to try to shield trebuchets here again. Oh my god, they both go down. Oh, that was a lucky hit by the siege rams. Jon Snow got what he wanted. He's going to go back and try to preserve these guys. Which is what you need to do. Siege ram coming from TaToH. Is TaToH taking any gold? He's taking this gold finally. And that'll be enough to get him out at least a few siege rams here. Still no upgrades on these. I'm baffled at why, even the low-level, upgrades for just the armor are just, they're pretty cheap. No reason not to get it unless you forgot. Fortified wall coming up from Jon Snow. That's not a good sign. TaToH having a hard time affording any siege, though. He's finally getting the gold in. Oh, here's the siege on the right side here. Halbs coming into the base. Manganel will fry these Halbs, though. And, it'd be really funny, actually, to see these Halbs just drop so quickly. No Patharian tactics on these Manganel, though, so they don't have that much attack. Just the fire rate gonna be too much. I don't even think these Manganel have Thumb Ring either. So not even able to kill one Manganel here. Over on this left side, still no siege. Without any siege, not able to push. For the love of God, man, get the armor. Get the armor on these guys. And Jon Snow could just win this game just by map control alone. Just holding the golds and eating up all the golds. One siege ram out from TaToH. I don't think one siege ram is going to be enough. And I don't even think these cavalry archers have ballistics either. How much gold is left right now? 500 gold for Jon Snow. Still taking this one over here. And it looks like this castle is in very grave danger by Jon Snow. Heavy cavalry archer being done from TaToH. Looks like it's not working up here. And I think that's a game changer in this game. Huge mass of Manganel. That's a lot of Manganel, actually. And I think they could clean up these heavy cavalry archers eventually. Gonna start working on the rams first, though. Justin's gonna try everything he can to keep this castle up. So important for him to be able to make Manganel. And Jon Snow, he's doing some work over here, but he's not getting to the trebs, which is what he needs to do. On this right side, a hole opened up by the siege rams, and some Husks are going to stream right through here. And Jon Snow has no camels in the back here to defend. These raids are going to do some pretty good damage here. Manganel are going to make a run for the trebs. This is why Manganel are so good. One of the reasons why. Just going to snipe these trebs up, one-shot the trebs. And he's going to retreat now. Looks like only going to lose maybe 4 or 5 Manganel in the retreat here. Pretty good deal. Able to keep the castle up. And these raids are going to do so much damage here. I don't know if Jon Snow can stop these raids, and there's the GG. Still not getting any upgrades for these camels here. So TaToH going to take this game. Pretty close series here.